Good evening, my friends. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. It's been a few days, and we left off on the Phoenix Rises, the Rise of the Phoenix, Turnabout Phoenix Rising, something like that. But anyway, we discovered the lunch lady lies, and now let us continue. Oh, how you doing, Beep? And Hulko, and Moon, and Space, and Ender, and Lurkers. Hope you're doing fantastic.
Mr. Wright! Huh? What?
Are trials always like this with you?
Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface.
But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get fair. Yeah, pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
Oh yeah, that's right, we found a cloth. A cloth or something in the muffler. How likely is it you're gonna have to defend a Michael Jackson look-alike? Incredibly high. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. They say you showed a red cloth to a bull. It'll fire up its temper. That's why they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come to look to see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That's hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying? Thank you, Beeped. Appreciate that, my man. Moon, you belong to Beeped now. He owns you for the month. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Wait a second. You were about to sub with Prime? Ooh, that was about to be great. You were about to use some Bezo Bussy Bucks, weren't you? Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? Edgeworth! In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
Edgeworth, why are you being so sussy?
So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. Who's texting me? No one. Sometimes you gotta and sometimes you just gotta let the bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh! I have a bad feeling about this. So what are we swimming in right now, Mr. Wright? A bunch of bowls. A bunch of bowls. If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee. It's pretty sad. Thank you. I'm used to it. Oh shit, dude, we're just going right back in. I'd like to, resume. You'll text me? Oh, thanks.
What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution.
Edgeworth!
Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, like your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. Oh, it can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
He got a little kiss.
Edgeworth is bent over. Oh. Well then, I believe it is time we continue on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. Seems our prosecutor's quite beside himself.
Excuse me. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey! The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Oh my god, he's hot! Oh my god! Who on earth is he?
Hey, it's you!
Just stop smiling at me! Stop it! I don't know what to do. You just smile. Oh, look, he's just happy. Ah, I have no idea. Wait a second.
No! Sorry I'm late. Oogie?
Whoa, wait a second. Oogie? Wait a second. Is this like Edgeworth's dad? I think is this Edgeworth's father? Oh, I forgot! Oh my god! Hey, Edgeworth, is that your dad?
Oh, no.
Alright, dude.
It's been a few days. I'm sorry. I've had a lot of stuff on my mind. Sue me.
Sorry I'm late, Oogie. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Oogie. How you been? Swim much these days?
Hello. No, I've been so busy.
Busy smizzy. Oogie, my boy, you have to make time to relax.
Oh yeah, indeed.
Oogie seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid.
Sorry, but who are you?
Uh-huh. So you're Rhino, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime, jolly. Little worthy?
Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police?
Uh-oh.
He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district.
If I say judgy without the J, it'd be Uggy. I like to call it Oogie. I mean, he's just staring at you with those bedroom eyes. He would be saying Oogie. The name's Gaunt. Damon Gaunt. Pleased to meet you, everyone.
So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's,
My sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that I was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. Oh, that it was stuffed into an exhaust pipe. What is he doing with his hair? Stop that. What are you doing? Stop! Stop! Stop it! Stop it! Aw, little Worthy's car, no less. He's this. I'm not touching anything. He's this slow. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
Hey, what's this? Is that a weapon sheath?
It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running?
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth!
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute. Worthy! I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there, Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair! On the day of the crime, I had... your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel! But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gah!
And the court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open it up for me, I wonder?
Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. It's playing the game for me!
stop! I hit the button. Whoop. Ah!
Don't scare me like that. It's missing the tip. Yo, dude, she broke the tip off in him. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood. Found the crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. Just the tip. Come on, babe, just tip. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife?
Sure thing, not a problem, not even a little one, really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do any investigation. The detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess! The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, huh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
There was a murder at the police department. A detective.
That's hush-hush information, Oogie. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Ah, that explains the double stabbings in the introduction.
Wait a second, you said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright?
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well, however, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Okay. Look at my stuff. Small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6, maybe it's a case number. That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court records again. It was, right here. 67S. 67S. So... okay. So these have something to do with it. Oh. Huh. Well, actually there is, now that we just bring it up.
Wait a second.
Oh, at last, an honest to goodness objection. This knife, this has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
Hey, what do you mean?
And honest to goodness, what do you mean from Oogie? This is great. Look at this tag on the knife. It reads SL92.
And this is important, why?
Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
Hey, what's this? 6 minus 7S, 1212?
No. Your Honor. It's upside down. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up, but turn it around and what do you get?
Oh my god!
Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down.
SL9? That's the same thing on the written on the tag that's on the knife over here in this tag right there. Oh my god! Harder! Hey, well, Chief.
Oh, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win. What game is this guy playing? The knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. So what do you mean by that? So this knife was stolen. Yes, but on the day of the murder... It wasn't. It was evidence, you say? Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, little Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. Look at he's clapping his hands like a monkey. You give him a banana. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of a murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Something happened to the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy! Sharp and hungry. So something did happen, and why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? Ah, yes, of course.
You just didn't ask, edgy boy.
No matter, I understand you were busy, what with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Oogie?
I'm at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me a data on your case. Ooh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and only one thing. I mean, where was the victim found? Top to bottom. So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department.
Why is this even relevant to the case at hand?
The evidence room? Wait a second. I've heard of that. That's where I got tased by Von Pooh. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? The knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Whoa, hey, ho, ho.
Everyone's getting a little spicy.
Alright, settle down now, settle down. Settle down. Don't make me smack you two. Settle down. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Rhino. What's your connection?
Yeah, out with it, Mr. Wright.
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for this to be a coincidence.
He's got some pretty big, articles of clothing on. You two make a good pair. He's got giant boobs. There. Moobs. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. I mean, look at it. It's just... Whoop. Whoop.
Watch out, Moon's gonna grab you, and it's gonna sound like this.
See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information? Unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
What?
Really? Who would have guessed? Isn't there like an audience here too? If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Oh, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Victim's ID number. Because we have Goodman's ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is... 584-2189. 584-2189.
Well, that's quite long.
No, it's not. It's 584-2189. And now we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. No. 584-2419. Stick of butter, gallon of milk, loaf of bread. You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
584-218. Hey, what's this right here? Are you telling me that Goodman was murdered at the police department and murdered at the prosecution's office? Well, that seems quite unlikely. The ID number of the victim at the police department, 584-2189. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does! I think.
Hey, meeting!
Oh. It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
It tells me this. Witness?
Oh. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
Take a little sip there. No, it's just, I got confused.
And this is news.
Huh?
Just come out with it, both guns blazing, like you always do.
Ooh. Take another sip? Thanks, babe. Delicious. Cranberry juice, baby! It's actually cranberry pineapple juice. Yum, yum. I spent all day scraping shit. Scraping hard water buildup. So my fingers are all fucked up right now. And this cranberry pineapple... Or no, it's grapefruit. No, it's cranberry pineapple, yeah. I just got it at Kroger's. It's a Capri Sun. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Yeah, my ring finger, my middle finger, my index finger, my pinky finger on both hands are raw. And my knuckles too are scraped up as well. Looks like I was beating someone. I mean, beating a bag. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Kroger's, Fry's, it's like the same stuff. Fry's is the Western version of it. Kroger is who owns Fry's.
Oh, is it yours?
No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. If you've gone to Kroger's, you've gone to Fry's and vice versa. They're the same company, just different name. It's like Carl's Jr. and... oh shit, what is it called in the East? Damn, I forgot. This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. It starts with an H. Crap, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Wait, Capri Sun? No, not Capri Sun. Why did I say Capri? Yeah, Hardee's for Carl's Jr. And Sunkiss. Who that cranberry? That's the cranberry company, right? Sunkiss. The one with like the wave as the logo. Yeah, that one. Not Capri Sun. Not the pouch thing. I was like, wait a second. Sunkiss is the orange juice. Damn it! What is that? What is that damn company that does the cranberry juice all the time? Damn it! Why am I talking about this so much? I got juice. It's good. Shame on you, Rhino. Personal IDs are top secret. Ocean spray. Yeah, Catherine's got it. Ocean spray. Yeah. It's ocean spray. Yes. I'm sorry. The heat fried my brain. I'm like super sunburnt too. Detective Goodman's ID number is 584-2189.
And this means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait, that ID number we heard from Chief earlier. Started with an 8, 2, I forgot.
You didn't even get the first number right again. The number of the chief of the police gave us was 584-2189.
Wait a second, Wright. What is
mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Sharp as a tack, Rhino. Sharp as a tack.
Wait. Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet a detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time.
That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location.
Hey! What does that mean?
No, what I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case.
Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered.
What's up, Sal? Hey, no worries, my dude.
Hope you're doing fantastic.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case.
Wait. I said wait!
Or didn't you hear me?
The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours.
What? How dare?
We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer, Meekins, who brought you the news. Oh, Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, Wait, are they trying to set up Edgeworth to fail again?
Excuse me? Was Mr. Edwards anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir. I got the detail. You got report, sir.
You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Atlanta Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Well, why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. Yo, dude, Emma, what the fuck? In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning into court evidence. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? Uh-oh. What? Now, what was that second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Well, it's, Rule number 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you should submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
Hey, so what does that mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy. I was just doing my job. No! No!
It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth!
Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of the court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court's adjourned.
Oh, okay, I guess that was it. Moving on. That was a quick day.
Yeah.
Your Honor, with all due respects. Oh! Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway?
I'm a little confused.
Well, let's see. What's going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or at least try to. All right, let's do it.
Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh?
Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show.
Let's go. Science awaits us. Oh, science!
Your Honor, with all due respects, You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder.
There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares?
Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty?
The oil drum, kicked over by the chief prosecutor, was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, wherever there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ha ha ha! Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Yo, she's about the fucking r/science right now. What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's oh, her fucking glass is gonna be like UV. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Oh, wow, sweet. I get to spray something? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing blood stains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You got an extra pair of those things? Wow. Yeah, it's like I'm playing the Nintendo 3D thingy. I forgot what its name was. To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Virtual Boy, thank you. Like this, see? Press enter to spray it on. Alright, let's find us some blood stains. Okay. Ta-da! Zoom in. Enhance. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So is this a blood stain? It's so... Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this, scientifically? The location? Why, the bloodstain's location, of course, it's elementary. Huh? Why is that elementary? I mean, I would think that if there was a fight, you'd expect some bloodstains here. I suppose you might think that. Come on, Mr. Wright, we're all counting on you. There's something odd about this bloodstain. But if it's not the location of the blood, then maybe it's the amount of blood that's odd. I definitely think so. I mean, look at the bottom look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright! I'm gonna mark up the floor plans we find bloodstains, okay? Okay. See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up all my allowance to buy that. Okay. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view in the case. Let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it?
I'll give this spray on anything suspicious. Oh, I need to spray her. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star. You only trust your own eyes?
Not bad, you two.
This day-old deli box is on the house. Hang on, stay there, let me spray you. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead. It doesn't really get my mouth watering. Excuse me. I gotta spray stuff down. Ah! Zoom! Enhance! This blood must be from when Lana.
No, my sister isn't the murderer.
She's touching buttons. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged.
Hey, just whose side are you on?
This has nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. Alright, what's up?
You certainly put me in a tight spot today.
My apologies, Miss Star, but...
No, it's okay. It was my fault.
Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that I wouldn't sound convincing enough to you, see? I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Oh, you know, I just lied in court. It's all good. I just lied under oath. It's all fine. Sorry, you lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. It's actually a crime.
Little girl, don't forget what's important here.
Yeah, you should be fucking in handcuffs right now. How about that? Even if that place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands.
Ah!
I swear it on my honor as a detective.
She stabbed Goodman.
I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star?
Yes.
It was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Every day I dragged the dirt out from the mouths of suspects after suspect. And before long they called me the cough-up queen.
Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go, fired?
I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident.
SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... Oh! Wait a second.
You dirty bitch!
What do you think about this?
The SL9 incident? It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know.
Really?
That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet.
Do you think you could tell us more?
Nope, I guess not. Bye! Do you think I should spray down the front offices? It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast, they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense, a detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is! She's like a kid at an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene, let's go take a look. Hey, I think I beeped. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Am I allowed to even go in there? That's a lot of alcohol. What's with the decor in this place? It's very, eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? Sure seems that way. Yo! What's wrong? It's those cacti! They're so prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is if this guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. What's with this right here? Look on the floor! A lasso! Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know! Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. Yipes! These sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Ah, yeah, sharp on the outside and filled with white, pulpy goo on the inside. Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. Yeah, it's true. If you ever cut open a cactus, it's filled with, like, white pulp. It's gross. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Emma's cringe. She's a child! There's a security guard uniform hanging here. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that thing called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie! Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information for myself for the time being. I'll call it a poochie. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out there before. Oh boy. Alright, moving on. Wait, we can't. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we'd need someone's permission to go in there first. Alright, we'll come back here later. Gumshoe! Help! Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yeah, but the same detective was also killed at the same time at the prosecutor's lot. Ugh! Makes my head hurt.
Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene.
Yeah, you sound dead, set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead.
I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Shut up, Emma! No! This is the police mascot, is it? The Blue Badger, the future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside.
Yeah, well, a dancing blue badger TM is still under development, you see.
You have it trademarked?
Absolutely, it's cutting-edge stuff. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter, and she burst into tears.
Don't show her the moving mock-up outside, then you'll give her nightmares. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her.
How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time?
Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they'd arrest a suspect in the police department murder?
Let's come back later.
Okay. What if I send... What if I give, What if I do this? I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were Cough-Up Queen, right? We found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But... it's the same ID as the man who was killed in the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Oh wait, I haven't shown her this one.
What do you think about this?
That's all 9 incidents. It's written on 9. Oh, there. No. I did the knife, didn't I? Yeah. No help yet. I'll figure it out. I think I gotta give her stuff. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So he went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed towards the chain-link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were.
The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. You were lying was the problem.
Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time. Aha, there we go. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable.
Disposable to who?
2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Executed.
Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It didn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred.
What? But the criminal was executed, right?
on the basis of evidence of a sort, made up evidence.
What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence?
The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be Gumshoe? Exactly. Oh. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9. There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunch boxes you sell. There's only one reason I came to sell lunchboxes in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends, how many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection! So, rookie? What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yeah. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch. Yummy. I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with the treat. Hey, nice. Miss Starr, Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was so nice to me, too, back then. This would have been when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold! Jake and I are merely cooperating in this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that.
I see. Thank you.
Officer Jake Marshall, Alright, well, we know where he's gonna be. No, give me the Salisbury steak. I need the protein. Mine! I'll fight you for it. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always.
Please!
Huh? Wasn't that...
One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you.
Detective Gumshoe!
Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale.
Oh.
I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal now. We just need evidence.
The criminal? You mean...
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal?
On the same day that... Yes, I will fight. I will absolutely fight. I don't care. I will crumple a kid for a Salisbury steak. I will turn that child into a pretzel if I have to. I'm getting that protein. Just arrested them, in fact. I will punch a kid in the sternum and crumple him for that protein. I fucking crumpled his ass.
Biggest scandal that hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
You're all tiny. You're all tiny. You're insignificant. Who are you? You're nobody. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto.
Of crumple you too, Moon. I'll turn you into a cinnamon bun.
Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly.
I'll twist you like a Cinnabon. I'll make you even smaller. I'll compact you. I'll put you in a box. Wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figured you'd down there having a good cry. Later.
Moon is large and in charge. Moon is a moon, I know.
He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start.
All right, let's see who,
Yeah. All right, who did the stabbing?
Still, I do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Oko lives in the walls, yeah. Draws pictures. I thought you said draws picture of the insulation.
Yeah, I guess they did.
Best to not go too far down that road now. Things will just get confusing.
Wee.
What was that?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. I'm a perpetrator. I'd say I was the perpetrator again, sir. That's what I'd say. Greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are. Interesting. Yes, his hand is also... Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center?
No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman like the little lost lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report.
No, sir. How should I say this?
Wait, he is ill. You, Officer Meekins, you did you? Someone get rid of his megaphone.
Perpetrator Officer Meekins reported, sir.
What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. I like how his badge photo is him doing that. Okay, someone get rid of that.
I'm a patrolman with a general affairs, sir.
I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins.
I had some business that day, sir, and I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir.
So normally there's a guard at the evidence room.
That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall.
Marshall?
And sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir.
What's wrong with him? What the heck is this guy doing? He looks like a Lupin the Third character. So what happened then?
After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center.
How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand?
Sir, there's no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir.
A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right?
Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you had to label me as a perpetrator victim, sir, label me victim.
I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well at that.
Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that.
Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman?
Well, sir, I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger. Then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side.
So you didn't know him?
Sir, we're work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any other detectives.
So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
I had no intention of killing him, sir, none. No, I have any reconciliation of killing him, sir.
At least someone around here is more confused than I am. It's almost over. We just got one more. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime?
Sir.
Don't you think you should just confess?
Sir, there's nothing I can do.
Nothing you could do?
Sir, I tell the truth of what happened. When the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious.
The next thing you knew, you were, huh?
And when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared.
What?
And when I looked down, it was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock of the sorrow. Can you imagine how I felt?
The victim's body disappeared. That's some story. Okay, bye-bye. No more.
Never talk to you again.
Shit. I guess I do have to go talk to him again. Man. Is there anything else I can do? Is he back yet? Is he anywhere here? Hello? Can't just walk in.
You just walk in.
Let's see. Is there more stuff to do here? I never did talk to her.
Well, where should we begin?
Well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, you know, the thing. The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously? Ah, well, you see. We should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No, you're being very helpful. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, Edgeworth, you're not doing a very good job. Oh, man. Ugh. There was that business with him not reading that officer's report. About the killer at the police department, right? The chief of police was right about that. But I can't help but think someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Maybe I should show... Here, take a look at this. Oh, wait, no. Here, take a look at... No. Present it. There we go.
Do you think you could take a look at this?
Probably should talk to him about the knife, too.
Hey! That's it! What?
What's up, Dan?
My head was blank until the very moment. But now I remember, sir.
You mean you remember what happened?
Correct. That card was the cause of it all.
This ID card?
Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing.
I better pry into this a little deeper. Time to go deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember?
Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost. A lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman who was in the evidence room. And that's why you...
Then that's why you thought he looked suspicious.
Sir, I entered the evidence room and ask the man to show me his ID card.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
That's it to indicate rank. Those ropes. Right here. It's a uniform thing.
I assure you, I was as flustered as you right now.
I think it's more of a, it's supposed to be like a decorative thing, so I don't know why he's wearing it right now. But considering his personality, I guess it fits. He would always dress the best.
I whooped and leapt at him.
He's gonna take it. Yeah, and then I'm gonna need a megaphone. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. What happened then?
Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here.
Right. Let's find out. In modern use, it's called an aiguillette. Aiguillette? How do you pronounce that? It's French. An aiguillette. Aiguillette. Lace tags. It's an ornamental braided cord with decorative metal tips worn on uniforms or as part of other costumes such as academic dress, or it denotes an honor. So there you go. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why he's wearing it. So it's usually for like officer parades or stuff like that. The ropes. What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died.
That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines.
He's got a little charm with him, too. Huh? But you still ended up here.
They told me that I had to be him, sir, on the day at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said.
But you don't remember the events clearly.
No, but the videotape is quite clear.
The videotape?
From the security camera. The crime! My crime! The crime I swore to stamp out! That's there! It's me! It's on tape!
Ah. And you waited until now to tell us this?
I'm sorry, real sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it.
No, thanks. I have my own. I guess we better go check out this crime scene. Okay, now let's go. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives' desk. It's Police Chief Gant. Oh, and you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there's anything missing.
Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine.
I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal?
Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir.
The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Ha! Righto, my boy. How have you been? Swim much? Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy. Oh, you know they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yeah, well, they've had no end of trouble with that boy since last year.
You mean the incident on Gourd Lake?
It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto?
Yeah, Von Karma.
Oh, dearie me.
A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence.
Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence.
He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
What?
Oh, Von Karma. I was just looking for some honey now.
It's downright odd, I tell you, the detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this is particular. Well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it.
I wasn't expecting much anyway.
You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut.
Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier.
You saw that. Whoops.
I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. How's not Maya clicking with me? She's alright. She's fine. She's a side character. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Boop, 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 boop. Can I go in here yet? Nope. Oh, I don't think I've been to this one.
Edgeworth, what are you doing?
Oh, edgy boy. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. How about we do this? Let's see here. Oh my god, it's just all over his desk. All over his keyboard too? Oh my god, Edgeworth, what are you doing in here? Oh my god, it's all over the floor too? Oh, and on your nice new suit as well? Oh my god! On the Steel Samurai even? Oh, Edgeworth! What is going on in here? Oh, it's just so much everywhere. I mean, I haven't given... Talk to Chief Detective. This one?
Oh, sorry you had to see that.
What exactly did the Chief of Police want you to do?
Well, you see that over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. I got it covered, thanks, babe. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can.
So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here.
Of course not. Well, except for this.
What? You kept something?
Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it.
It's a lost item report.
But it's only half complete.
You're a living cheat sheet. Oh, nice. A lost item. Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that, just in case. Wow, let me guess, this is going to be the most important thing. Can only be submitted to the Chief of Police. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Am I allowed to go in there now? I don't know. Maybe try one more time? No.
Hello! I got it!
Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help! I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man?
Huh?
Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow 50? I'd give them 50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show, you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this.
Huh? Hey!
This is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it! Yes, sir, it's an honor. You just gotta run along and do your best now. Later, folks! Haha, it looks pretty cool in my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. What does it say? Oh, she's actually keeping it herself. Now we can go in there. The evidence room is beyond the door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha, the card reader is turned off, see? What's that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well, well, what's made by Bambino sky so gray?
The Officer Marshal. Why does it have to be him?
What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeehaw, that card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw.
Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's awaiting.
Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions.
Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres.
You're busy then?
Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you.
Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Where do you see Texas? Oh yeah, Texas. No, that says Titas. It says Titas. Here you go.
That smell. Ah! Reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from baby?
Yeah, Miss Star.
What's this?
What? What's wrong?
A filet steak lunch. I see.
I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall.
All right, Bambino, you win. Ask anything.
Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk.
Hey!
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it.
Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly.
He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look like it, but I lost my fire for the job, you see.
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
I was drinking. Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy.
Nope, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system?
That don't take two machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know?
Hey! Steamed broccoli is delicious with steak, how dare you? Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of a crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
Broccoli fucking slaps! Like that! You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker.
Specifically with lemon? Especially with lemon? Yes! I have a friend that calls them little trees and they'll never eat broccoli, and I go, you're missing out, how dare you, get away from me.
I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it anyway? I mean, what's more Chad than chewing up a tree, right? Conquering a tree, eating it, having your way with it. I don't know. We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
2 days ago? The day of our case?
That's right. The evidence transferals.
Edgeworth was talking about the transferals, too.
I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do.
Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen.
And like I said, Bambina, me and my machines, well, I like them as much as I like stewed cauliflower in my steaks.
How dare you? Cauliflower is just the exact same thing as broccoli, it's just white.
The easiest ones to understand here are security cameras.
Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned.
If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. Why?
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be.
You're the security guard and you reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card.
Thus the card reader by the door.
Card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passed through.
584-2189, right there. Man, whose number 777777777 at 420? They always erase the fucking footage. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Also, who's this number right here that entered just after him? Alright, so how much you want to bet Meekins is this number right here? Shit, he might even be this number right here.
Sorry, Bambina. Can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Wait a second. As Space pointed out... Wait, he
took it away from me. I want it. Give it back.
Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about?
We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see?
So what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferals. We do it every February.
I see now. Ah, yes, numbers. I know what those are.
Transferals are like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated.
Well, I mean, that's not true. They can reopen cases like 30 years out. They actually have done that with DNA evidence when that turned up. They actually can absolutely reopen cases.
I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Turn on that card reader. Go have yourself a ball, partners.
And I have the ID card, a real ID. Let's get this investigation started already. Excuse me. Wow. They just leave this shit just... Hey, look, my metal detector. And my bamboo rod. Is the dog in here too? It's quite the investigation. Must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
No, seriously, there's bodies in there. Gumshoes!
Ah!
Whoa! Emma assaulted Gumshoes. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard?
Yeah, it's true. He's probably gonna talk. He's probably gonna be like,
I can really ask for $50? So Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me?
oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today? Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief. So now you're the boss for the day.
Gee, thanks.
First of all, you want to have this.
Evidence room floor plans added to the court records. Wow. Excuse me. Look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is.
Hey, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it.
Wait, I've seen that somewhere before.
Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to solving the case out of Gourd Lake, remember?
All right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. It was 2 months ago. I don't think I've seen this one before.
Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later.
That cheap looking box?
You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart.
Oh, okay. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here.
Oh, there you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was open recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence?
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either.
If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal.
What is this, gang up on Gumshoe Day? Paint. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would?
Hey, pal, our security is high-tech around here.
Why did you try to open it? Okay, well, she was probably just a little gun-ho. Alright, so we got paint for the badger outside. What is the saw and paint doing in here?
Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression.
True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger.
Well, you might say this is my studio.
Here? In the evidence room? Ah, Gumshoe! Come on! Oh, what's this? Blood! It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. Alright. Time to get a spray. Yeah, it's blood. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint.
What? What's the matter,
detective?
This locker, it's mine.
It's yours?
Please, you have to help me.
Wait, why is this your locker? This is the evidence locker. What do you mean it's your locker?
You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans.
I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
What? But you're a detective. Oh god, it's just everywhere. Oh my god. It's everywhere. Oh, it's on the floor. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective?
Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien.
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. But does that mean Detective Gumshoe has glasses on too? Because you don't see it as blue unless there's a UV light on it. Or I guess in this case, the glasses. Maybe the glasses are like projecting like a beam of UV. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
Alright, I think I saw the blood. Is it on the ceiling? No. On the floor? No. Over here? Aha! More blood! It is an alien! A three-fingered alien! A left-handed three-fingered alien. I knew it. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant.
Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid.
Where'd you get a hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. It's an alien! Alright, let's see what we got over here now. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit.
That locker's coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint.
Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it.
It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Well, I mean, you can reset it. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Has SL9 on it. Detective Gumshoe, maybe?
There you go, pal, making me out to some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know?
You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Rubber glove. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps?
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case.
The case?
The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces here?
Another piece of SL9 evidence. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together?
Ah, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest together. Oh my god. Fug. How do I... Oh, okay, I see. It's just, you need to... I need to match that. There's blood all over this! No. No, no. It rotates so oddly. It's actually fucking with my brain right now. Oh, because it's... There we go. Which one is this? No. No. I can barely see this shit, I'm sorry. It's hard for me. I can't see. Ah. There we go. Yeah, see, it's fine now. Oh, really? Thanks for that. I can't even fucking tell. I can't tell what it is. Baby game. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. Problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with.
Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
I kind of understand how it got broken. Yeah, someone's face hugged it. Jar piece back together from the fragments found at the crime scene. A piece is missing. If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are 2 things that bother me. 1, why are some of the pieces missing? 2, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. Well, you're holding it the wrong way. This is obviously an air gun. This is where you hold it, and you shoot out this way. Or this way, I don't know. It's an air cannon. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. I think that might be everything. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're the boss for the day.
That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're a boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
You have a locker in here too, Detective?
Of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that I can only open, pal.
Only you can open.
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case?
Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course.
Yeah, first it was DL6, now it's SL9.
That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case.
Yeah, this place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker's fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID cards?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the force already.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand. Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The locker for each...
Uh-oh, they cut off the fingers. That's why it's only 3 fingers on the locker back here.
The locker for each lock...
That's why you know what? That's why he's got a bandage on his hand. It's because they chopped his finger off to open up that locker.
The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint.
Wait, Gumshoe, who's this pretty lady here?
So the only locker we can open is our own.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest models. There's a trick to the handle, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it,
You get a shock. What?
if that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's where all the budget went. So this locker over here had 3 fingers. Meekins has a big bandage on his arm, on his hand. Our defendant also has a big bandage on her hand. And then this just came up.
Edgeworth, what are you doing?
Edward's still not here. Yeah, see, he's got that big bandage on his hand. Wait, let's talk to him about it. Hey, check this out, dude. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this?
I don't know what that is.
What about this? Okay. Okay, nothing there. What if I give her the gun? Or the, not the gun, the glove. Nope.
Boo.
You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. You can open it, they'll give you 50 cents.
Note the police department lacks faith in its lock system.
After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office.
Date loss 221. Bruce Goodman, ID 59. Crossed that off and then stopped. So we know his ID starts with a 58. Why would he put 59? An imposter? You mean someone is being sus? Did I ever present the ID to this guy? I forget. See this? This is the victim's ID card.
Yeah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot.
The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Yeah, this number checked in at 540, and then it checked out the same time Goodman checked in. Or I guess checked in again. Because there's no check out, it's just all checking in. So why would Goodman and the person that's already checked in again? The fourth number, it's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14 right before the stabbing.
What's more is there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekin say?
I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? How much you want to bet either this Goodman, maybe this Goodman wasn't actually Goodman. Was there a body here ever, or was it just someone who got stabbed at this time? This is a very interesting case. All right, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Ooh, nice. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Well, then Gumshoe said he's lost like 3 IDs already, so maybe someone stole an ID. And maybe...
Hey, Gumshoe, check this out, dude.
Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa!
What is it?
That second number.
Is it yours? It's not your ID number, is it, Detective?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What? Edgeworth!
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room?
Wait a second.
Edgeworth is getting framed again because he was getting that. Remember, he was getting the presentation trophy, or the prosecution trophy. Excuse me. Interesting. And his car was at the prosecutor's office. So he couldn't have done that. I think someone stole his card or something. Wait, why does Edgeworth have a card? He's a prosecutor, not an officer. Unless they give prosecutors IDs too. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this?
I have no idea what it is.
Go to Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, let's see if Edgeworth is back. Take a look at this. Yeah? You said you wanted some hot tea. Oh. Yep, third time's a charm.
Edgeworth!
What are you? Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. Yeah, we've already seen this. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? Well, the chief's not there anymore. The chief is gone. Maybe this chief? No, not him. What about him? That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
I know, the killer used a cassette tape.
What a crafty trick.
The gunshot was a fake. This is good. No one will expect a cassette tape in this day and age.
He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel.
These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. A poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. Oh. There's definitely something I'm missing.
Sheriff back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand.
Nope, nothing. What to do? Maybe... What am I missing? Space, help me! Help me! Well, he's got Edgeworth's number. That's what I got that from. Nope. Nothing there. No talking. The blue badger is still writhing around today. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. Why would you say that? The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here.
Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in those posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. Yeah, the handprint right there. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. How many fingers do you see?
I don't know.
Well, that's 20 for the left, but nowhere near that for the right. Get glasses, officer! That wasn't a salute. It was an eye test. They make a good pair. Edgeworth, where are you? Space! Wait, I think I know what I didn't do. I showed everyone else the knife, I haven't shown Gumshoe the knife. Let's try that. Everyone got to see this sweet-ass knife except for Gumshoe. No, not that one. This one. Yes.
Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
Because of the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case.
Is that it? Is that all I have to do? Is Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Was that it? Is he in his place? Damn it! Edgeworth! Where are you? Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. Egad, the bellboy was staring right at me. He looks wimpy, but you can tell there's a sharp edge under that facade. That bellboy is going to be someone someday. Wish someone would say the same about me. The keypad in the garage. I sprayed the telephone. I could spray the keypad. Let's find out. Ah, yes. Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know where something might go down. Just what kind of world do you think we live in? That's adorable. No, I don't want her to take a look at that. I gotta examine first. Now whip it out. No, just the telephone. Yeah, nothing. Can I spray the handprint? Which one? The one inside the evidence locker? The one on the badger. Ooh, that's a good idea. Nah. Spray them too. It is indeed paint. I did not even fucking talk to him. Damn it. I thought I was missing something extra.
And now that was a bloody violent case.
Violent? So it was a murder.
A serial killing.
A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all.
Yeah, but the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago? Hey, see you later, Den.
That puts Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill.
Rumors about forged evidence?
It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean? Wait, what if Detective Goodman was the serial killer? The actual serial killer.
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incidents, eh?
So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself.
Hey, pal, look at the time.
Was there something you needed to be going to?
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth inquiry committee should be letting out soon.
Yes, he's here. Ooh, look at this. Oh,
I'm gonna go give them my report for the day.
that's not the report. That's
It might help, you know.
report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems?
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him.
Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I'm off, pal, later.
I expect that guy to go, "Ooh, come eat my meat! Ooh, spiced just right for you." I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say. Edgeworth!
February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
Bellboy. Oh, my guest! My apologies! Oh, it's you.
Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long.
Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Oh, right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Oh, yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error due to the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Oh, thank you, Sippies. Oh, I'm so thirsty. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good. Whew. Oh, thank you for the sips. Are you okay for trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yeah, excuse me. Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police Gant. I can't do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why? I ask you why? All along, I've only done what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still... Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Should I present the ID card? Right, please! I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case. Show my best evidence. Okay, this. Oh, right! I better check this now. As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gatton, no less.
That smile hides something devious. The chief of police.
He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office.
Why? But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed.
The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case.
Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Ah, looking to get screwed. Evidence from the past case of Edgeworth brought back to his office by Gant's request.
Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case.
Of course it does, Edgeworth. How about this? Edgeworth, I don't think these people like you.
I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right?
It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in.
You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life.
Your father? Yeah, I mean...
I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later.
Oh, yeah, it is. Ha! He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Alright, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Okay. Don't forget to talk.
The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant.
That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago, too, then.
He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation?
In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would have been on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't?
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do not have code. I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister. What?
If you are still studying forensic science.
Huh? Yeah, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this.
Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this.
Oh my god. Fingerprints. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints.
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know.
I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will.
Edgeworth, I'm really,
No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Thanks! How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Wow. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Edgeworth! Thank you! Let's see. Let's test it first here. And then we'll go to the evidence room. Or do I not do it? Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! We already know that. I guess I can't use it? Just says profiles.
Alright, well, let's go to the, let's go where I think we're supposed to go. It probably just does it automatically. Oh, there's a scene for it. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. I'm gonna choose that one right there. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around it. Huh? How do you do that? With enter, see? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow it away. Just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With E. You know what? This is probably for the DS where you actually have to blow on it. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. I gotta blow on the mic, you're right. Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. Well, I guess I better give it a try. I dust everything up. Alright. Make it nice and thick. And then I just gotta... Ah, you did it! You found one! But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. No, we've confirmed that they wore gloves. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door. Looking at the locker door again closely. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprints as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Right here. Alright, ready, chat? Hey, look at that! Yay, a print! It's so clear, it's dazzling! Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? It's quite the process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was?
I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably didn't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Well, Gumshoe. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Alright, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right. There was a handprint here.
Okay. Want to try using this?
No, you go ahead. I'll just watch. Alright, let's check for prints. That's a spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me!
Anyways, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. I don't know. Now I can probably use the prints on this guy, maybe. Probably not. All right. Just gotta check that handprint, man. That yellow crime scene tape, you know, yesterday was my first time seeing that. It was always my dream to push through the crowd and just step over the tape. It's a little daunting to encounter it again so soon. I think maybe you're overreacting a little. Detective Goodman's evidence locker, it's empty. Only Detective Goodman himself can open this locker. So the person who took out this knife had to have been Detective Goodman. But why is it wrapped in the scarf muffler and stuck inside the car muffler? There's blue and yellow paint here. This is all I need to paint a portrait of you, Mr. Wright. I am wearing a red necktie, you know. Okay. So... So am I supposed to check for prints? Why does it do that? It won't let me dust. So. It will not let me check for prints. Unless there is something that I'm missing there. That's the only thing I can think of. And it's not going away. So there's something somewhere in here. Oh, I got it. I got it, I got it. Ready? Here we go. Woo! Marshall. What was Marshall doing in here? Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall. Found the bloody handprint and left in the evidence room. The print had been wiped. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Or is he? Emma.
This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction, the blood, and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall? It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence.
I don't believe it.
Ooh, to be continued. What a good place to stop.
Cry about it, Emma.
You don't want to stop? Well, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to stop. I gotta rest my voice.
I'm dying!
But I want to thank you guys for watching and enjoying yourself, and I appreciate you being here. So please take care. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Farewell, everyone, and stay well. Bye-bye for now.